it going, everybody? Welcome to the Festival of Releases. On today's episode, we were talking about Assassin's Creed Origins. So, Jeremy,
Nick,
you played a ton of it.
I don't want to say a ton.
You played a lot.
I played a decent.
Yeah, you played
a decent amount.
Yeah, you played a lot. So, why don't you first, so we could dissect this a little bit.
Yep.
So why don't you bullet point fact it first, and then actually go over like what your actual thoughts and opinions are.
I'm going to say, before I even give you guys the reviews, I'm actually very surprised at it, because you'll hear my review after you hear these, and it's kind of going to be contradictory to what they are, but we'll see. Ooh. So, it's 82% on Metacritic, which is a little lower than I expected.
Okay.
It's a 9 out of 10 on IGN, which is exactly what I expected.
That's fair.
It's 6.5 user score, though, on Metacritic, which is not what I expected.
I think I know why.
I think I know why too, but I'm not going to go into it.
Yep.
So I didn't bother reading the reviews because I didn't want to get pissed off.
Well, hold on. So I don't want to jump on it, but we should actually bring up something very small with this.
Okay.
I don't like. I mean, it's good that we brought up the user score currently as of this moment, but for the record too, the user score actually for Assassin's Creed has been getting over debate.
Yes.
Because over the last couple days, it's been getting actually buffed in positive reviews, but they're actually faulty positive reviews. Did you see that?
I did.
Yeah. There's a whole article about it that I was reading on it, and it was like half of the reviews are just jumbled.
Yeah.
It's just a jumbled mess of like just rando shit, and then them just like super boosting a score.
Yeah.
So it's really weird because I think people heard about that and then went directly on it.
Yep.
But also, I think there's microtransactions and shit that people are just getting mad about. But yeah, I think
people get mad about stupid.
It sounds it bothers me so much, just like because we're in a time where there's such good games coming out.
Yep.
But we can't trust
user score reviews.
So why don't we
give our review?
Our user score review.
Which is a good review because we're not biased and petty assholes. So
this one did a lot different, right?
Yes. So Assassin's Creed Origins came out on Xbox One. It came out on PS4. It came out on PC. I'm playing on an Xbox One. The game is it's a new IP. Like it's Assassin's Creed, but it's not. It is. So first off, the Assassin's Creed used to be a stealth action game that was open world that had missions with parkour.
Mm-hmm.
Great. This game is that, but it's also an open world action third person RPG. It is insane.
Damn.
The biggest thing that I noted, aside from actual like changes, the biggest thing that I noticed playing the game is when you used to play Assassin's Creed, you used to play in the defensive. You used to play in the offensive, and the enemies were always defensive. So you used to try to, be the person to engage on the attack, and you used to have to get up in their face.
Well,
and they used to be standoffish.
You were always assassinating the target.
Yes.
Like that was very driven that whole
This
time.
game is the exact opposite. You are defensive. There's a parry system. There's multiple different dodge rolls. There's multiple different ways to run around walls and run around enemies while the enemies are actually coming after you. And I don't mean coming after you in the way that they did in the first games where they would run after you and you'd run and hide. Mm-hmm. Like, they come at you with brute force and actually, like, really try to attack you and destroy things around you to try to get you.
You're going to have to fight.
Yes. It is a lot different. The combat system was compared to a certain game that I had never played. So, to figure it out, I went and played this game. And Nick's going to be very proud of me because I finally played the game.
Yeah, this is new to me.
It got compared to Dark Souls. It is very similar to Dark Souls.
Really?
The gameplay mechanics is a lot. It feels Dark Souls. It's heavy, but it's also defensive and also evasive.
Movements matter.
Yeah. Yes, movements matter tremendously. But what's cool with this is you can do backflips off the wall because you're an assassin. You can do parkour like that. So it's different. Yeah. It's a lot of fun. So that's one of the biggest changes. Another change is Ubisoft did one of those things where they like to throw in animals. There's 250 living species in this game. Jesus. You can pet fucking cats. It's amazing. I picked up and pet a cat in the game. It was great.
Can we end it there?
Yeah, sure.
Assassin's Creed Origin.
You can pet fucking cats.
You can pet fucking cats.
Yes.
on display.
You can fucking pet cats. It's amazing.
Oh,
There's
man.
hippos and crazy birds and falcons, and your eagle vision's no longer eagle vision. You don't stand up and see things through a wall and see like, oh, there's a red enemy over there. You have a falcon, and the falcon flies up and he looks at stuff and he spots enemies, and that's your eagle vision.
That's cool.
Like,
can you control where it goes?
Mm-hmm.
Or do you okay.
Now it can only go a certain distance
that makes
because
sense.
it won't be able to come back to you then.
Yeah.
But you can ride horses, you can ride camels, you can tame hippos and do things with them. Now what's really cool though is Assassin's Creed.
Hippos on people.
Yeah, right. In Assassin's Creed, forever you never had an inventory system. You had like 4 things. Like you could have like a hidden blade and a sword and whatever.
Yeah.
This has an inventory system.
Okay.
The inventory system looks and acts just like Destiny. You've got a cursor to move to different things.
Shit.
Everything has stats. You can what's not weld, the opposite of weld. You can
dismantle?
Yeah, but they don't call it that because you can like melt swords and like reshape them and shit. Like, I don't remember what it's called. I don't remember what they call it, but anyway, you can destroy them.
Essentially, just recycle them.
Yes, and turn them into different things. And they have stats, and you have like this inventory system that's on the fly, and you can just change out like your loadout essentially.
That's cool.
Because there's a level up system and a skill tree in this one.
Mm-hmm.
You get experience, you level up. There are missions that have, you have to be level 4, you have to be level 5, you have to be level 6.
Oh, I didn't know they did like that.
Now
That's
you
cool.
can do them, but it's like Destiny. The recommended power level is 300. Okay, well, the recommended level for this is 17.
So
if you're not 17, you probably shouldn't do it.
You're going to have a bad time.
I decided I was going to run around and just collect shit and find shit.
Makes sense.
This game, out of every game in the world that I could say it reminds me of, is Tomb Raider.
Oh.
Because there are so many little things that you can find and do. There's little crevices that lead to little loot box chests, and you can go in and you can find different things and get all this experience for doing that stuff. By the time I saw Assassin's Creed Origins pop up on the screen, I was level 6.
Well, I did another buddy of mine, because I haven't, so just to give clarification here, so out of the 3 titles that have come out with Assassin's Creed, which is Super Mario Odyssey as well, and then Wolfenstein 2. So I have dabbled in the other 2.
Yep. He played Wolfenstein.
Yes.
I played Creed. We both played Mario.
Yeah, both did Mario.
So that we could do these.
Exactly, yeah. To get as much experience as we can in all 3. Because honestly, trying to put that much time into that, it's fucking crazy.
Yes.
But the thing is, and I will say this too with RPG-wise, that this is what actually really, I'm like very intrigued to check it out on this one.
Yes.
Because I'm, you know me, and Jesus Christ, everyone that's seen anything, like, I'm dying.
I mean, in all honesty, like, parts of it, like, it's funny because this game has been in development since before Black Flag came out. So this game has been in development, like, right before, 2013?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's been in development for a little over 3.5 years. Okay? This game takes elements from every game out there. Like,
well, it looks like it's been doing that.
It's taken stuff from Far Cry. It's taken stuff from Tomb Raider. It's taken stuff from Uncharted. It's taken stuff from, what was the other game that I was just thinking about? From The Witcher. It's taken stuff, like, it's incredible.
I believe that.
There's elements that remind me kind of like Shadow of War with, like, the different movements and things that you have to do to get around people.
I mean, I always, even back in the day, I would call that Assassin's Creed, but Lord of the Rings. Like, that's how I would literally explain Shadow of Mordor to people.
So, what's really cool about this is there's a lot of things to do. It's not just, hey, here's your next mission, go there. There's a lot of side missions. There's things that will pick things up that send you on kind of like quests, but not real quests. Like,
I hear you.
But it's a lot of fun. The game, it's like they started over, and they did. I mean, it's Origins. It's the origin of the Brotherhood. You get a true backstory. They changed the fact that the logo, and they probably did it for Egypt, but also to be a little different. The logo is no longer Assassin's Creed, and then the subtitle's red lettering. It's gold lettering. They try to get away from the red to be a little bit different. The game has a story, and it's a really, really good story. Like, before it was like, oh, hey, you're Desmond Miles, and this is like the story, and you can go in the past, and there's like this cool dude, and you do things.
So I was meaning to ask you about that, too. Is there a future protagonist now?
I'm not talking about that now.
Wow. Okay.
I don't want to say yes or no. I want people to find that out for themselves.
Okay.
Yep,
Got
I'm not talking about that.
Got it.
Yep.
Okay.
So, because... Yeah.
Yeah, because spoilers.
Yeah.
No, I get that. No, that's fine.
So
that's why I was just interested. I was just like...
Find that one out for yourself.
Okay.
That's the best thing you can do, because,
Yeah.
But in the old games, the story was, you're the future protagonist. You're Desmond Miles. You're doing different things, and you go into the past, and there's a mediocre story because there's like, okay, hey, go do this with these things. The Assassin's Creed 2 line was a little bit better.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But this one, it's
that was like... Sorry, just like really quick. Personally, that was the strongest one of the originals, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like, that held the most weight.
And Syndicate had a really good story, too. But
yes,
Syndicate, I thought, was a little jumbled.
I agree. Well, and also the thing was, it had, like, highs and lows, but overall it was just kind of in the middle.
I think it was hard because you had two characters.
That, and then the DLC took it to a whole nother level.
Well, yeah.
But my problem was, it was like, I should not have had to wait for the DLC to make the game amazing.
Right.
Like, that really bothered me.
So the way this game starts is there's 2 4-second cutscenes. And then you're in the game.
Okay. Oh,
they
wow.
throw you... Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it's just like...
Jesus.
Hey! Like, here's the
game.
Now
you're playing.
Play. They don't teach you anything. You figure it out on your own.
That's good, though.
Yeah, and it's amazing.
Well, I think they had to break that, because every fucking Assassin's Creed started off with, let's do the Animus tutorial. And it's like, what the fuck?
Here's the other thing.
I hated that.
And this is the greatest part about it.
Okay.
You no longer have to hold right trigger to start running. You no longer have to hold the left trigger to climb things.
Is it just all through momentum?
It's just, it feels like Uncharted.
Okay.
You can run up to a wall and climb it. Like...
Good.
Things are simpler. Things are so much more simpler.
It feels natural.
Yes.
It's not walk up to wall and press A.
Right.
It's just, if you naturally walked up to a wall, you would start climbing.
And if you start running towards it, you're going to vault over it. You can press a button to slide into cover. And the game is, like... I don't even know how to put this, because it's not a graphics thing. But the game is so pinpointed on its environment. So... If you are in a bush, right?
Got it.
And it says that you're hiding.
Yep.
And part of your outfit comes out of the bush. Mm-hmm. You can be seen. It is aware that you are out of that bush.
Good.
It is to the point where, like, in Tomb Raider, when you can see, like, Lara Croft's hair strands moving individually.
Yeah.
It is that in-depth, but with everything.
Mm-hmm.
You can go up to a hippo. Did you know that hippos had fur?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, well, the game teaches you that. Hippos have fur. You can see it.
I love throughout this review we're getting, like, animal facts.
You can pet
fucking cats.
Yes, it's
Did
so
you
great.
know hippos have fur?
It's so great.
So anyway, these furry hippos.
Yeah, but, it's great.
That's
and
awesome.
then the water mechanics are cool, because there's water everywhere.
Okay.
And it is so cool the way that, like, they added different mechanics that I haven't seen, like... You can touch the water and it ripples like it really would.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen in games.
The effects on
like, yeah, it's just...
How does, one thing I did want to ask, though, too, because I was really curious about this, because they show this all the time in the trailers, but I actually want to know, since you've actually gotten, like, real gameplay and it's not, like, trailer bullshit anymore, how is the sun's reflection looking on the map? Because it looks, I mean, like, the whole theme almost looks orange. Like, not, and I don't want to say that in a bad way.
It's not.
It's like golden.
Yeah.
It's very like...
It's not.
Okay.
So, basically, the pyramids in the game are probably not what they actually look like. They look like they're made out of 24 karat gold.
Okay.
Like, so the sun is constantly reflecting off of them.
Got it.
But when you're not looking at them and you're not looking out at the desert, like there's areas where there's just white pillars with like grass and stuff around it.
Yeah.
If you're looking at them, the sun is coming through as if it was the sun. It doesn't look orange. It doesn't have like that golden glow to it.
Oh, no, yeah. And like I said, I didn't mean it as like a negative thing. I just, honestly, like it just had that like overall...
And that's what I thought it was going to look like too, but it doesn't. It's, if you're looking out in the desert, then it gets like that orange glow kind of on everything.
Because it's the fucking desert.
Right.
But at the same time, they you can tell colors are vibrant and they almost stand out more.
Absolutely.
I feel like if you're seeing lush grass, you're probably gonna be like, whoa, holy fuck.
And the shadowing is crazy.
Okay, good.
Like the shadowing is really, really cool, especially, and I'm going back to water, especially when you're near the water, because the sun will shine down on you. It'll cause a shadow on the water, but because the sun is also on the water, you also can see your reflection with a shadow.
That's
like
cool.
They added so many different details to this that you didn't think needed to be in this game, but it just makes this game so much more.
Yeah.
And the story is so... I don't want to talk about the story, but the story is so very enticing already.
Good.
Like
you're sucked in.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be playing this game for a while.
Yeah.
So
Jesus Christ, it seems like it.
I mean, I've really only put in 7 hours into the game. I haven't really put that much time into it, but it's.
Yeah,
it is.
Well, a buddy of mine even too, that I was talking to about it because I was trying to get as much info as I could. He sunk 15 hours before he hit the intro, before he hit the title.
And you can do that.
Yeah, he sunk 15 hours, and I mean just exploring other stuff, checking out, doing every side quest thing he could. Yep. He's like just. And it's going to be
an incredibly long game.
Yeah, it looks like it.
And there's a lot of reward for putting time into it.
Good.
Like not just like rewards in game, but like the story and the feeling of where you're at. Like it's definitely like you said about Wolfenstein. This is a game I 100% feel confident in paying $60 for and feeling like this is something that I can get.
Well, that's a big thing with games in general lately. I think you and me have. Honestly, since I feel like we really started the channel, I think that's always a big thing we kind of always reflect on now of like, was it worth 60? Like, was it worth day one price? And I think that's tough for a lot of games to hit now.
Yes, absolutely.
But lately,
Assassin's Creed's definitely one of them. I think the season pass is a little high at $40.
40, yeah.
But both of the content of the expansion packs that are coming out later are both. It's 2 of them.
Yep, 2 major
and it's
DLC.
Story expansions with the same character that are post game.
Okay.
We don't know how long these are going to take.
Yeah.
If it's a fraction of the main game, which, by the way, I haven't looked it up, but it is rumored that Assassin's Creed Origins is a 230-hour game.
Yeah, that's...
Like...
Jesus.
I want to be able to put that much time into it. I never will, but I want to. I want to finish.
Oh, it's always like every set. Like you always want to collect all the collectibles and get all the flags and stuff. But every year.
Apparently, the story itself is 80 hours.
Damn.
Yeah.
I mean, that's hefty.
That's a long story.
I'll say this though too with RPG element with it too. And I don't mean this as a negative connotation at all, but like, yeah, especially when they put level caps on missions.
Yeah.
Yeah, that entices you to then play more to then. Yep. But that's good though too, because then it keeps the pacing.
Yes.
Like, I feel like.
And also, almost everything that I've done so far in the game, like every major mission that I've started, they've taught me something new.
Oh, that's good.
It feels like the entire 7, 8 hours that I've put into it.
You're taking something new every time.
It feels like a tutorial.
Yeah.
But not a tutorial.
But it's not boring.
Right.
Exactly. Like, basic. Like, it's not like, hey, here's how to walk.
Right.
It's like, hey, no, by the way, when you're on this ledge, you can do this cool
and there's a mechanic that definitely is going to be used in later where you can slide down the pyramids like they do in the trailer.
Good.
Like, I want that to happen so bad. It's like when Link puts a shield and snowboards in Breath of the Wild. It's the same thing.
Did you see somebody finally was able to surf around the entire map of Breath of the Wild by shield surfing in one run. Shield surfing.
Damn.
One consecutive run and not hopping off their shield. Fucking bananas.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's all I have to say.
Yeah, screw that shit.
Totally ran with that. But
yeah.
Fucking crazy.
So, if I were to rate Assassin's Creed Origins...
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah.
I would probably give it a 9 out of 10. I think once I get more into it, that could change. That could change for
better
bad, or that could change for good. Mm-hmm. But I don't... As of right now, it's a 9 out of 10. Okay. It is absolutely the best entry in the series.
That's good. That's
absolutely.
Really good.
And it's what they needed.
Well, and here's the just before we totally wrap up everything too, 2 things I want to go over super quick. So one, I think it's abundantly clear that Ubisoft needs to start putting these out every other year.
Yes.
They need to, or at least substantially take time to put these out.
Right.
Don't just put them out because, we need another Assassin's Creed game.
Right.
Like, stop looking in the money and start putting real value in the games again, because you have, with this even too, you have a great setup. So just keep going.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's the main thing. Like, don't just churn another one out to put 50 more collectibles,
right,
and then just change what the scenery looks like, and then just change the, I don't know what they are in this, but change the feathers to flags, or like fucking whatever. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, just make the scenery rich, get you invested, and fucking keep going. Like, you know what I mean? So.
And they do that. They do a really good job of this.
The other thing I want to say too, by the way, did you get a chance? Because I know the user score definitely threw you off. Did you look at what a couple people were saying with the mixed?
No,
was it just still in between? Yeah. No, that's fine. Because honestly, here's the thing too. let's be honest, you're only gonna find fucking trash either writing or fucking people way too highlighting it. Yeah. Like that's just the other thing overall too.
And so. I mean, there were a couple of like critical reviews that gave it like 95 to 100 too, which were really good.
Yeah,
so
because that's the thing too. I mean, that's why we're talking about it now.
Right.
The thing is, we don't want. I mean, and we've been really ragging on user score reviews lately, but I just personally want to get the message across. It's not that we don't consider people doing proper reviews of it. I mean, obviously we're doing it now. We're not trying to be hypocrites on it.
But I would rather watch a video than read a 3-minute review that somebody poorly wrote on Metacritic to try to get a shitty point across.
100%. And that's the thing too. Like, we have opinions of games, and that's awesome. But that opinion of our opinions that we have of the games still does not reflect the overall rating of what the game actually is.
Absolutely.
I mean, of course, if it's like, if there was a game set up where it's, you know, good example, it's Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
Say if the currency, like, you can spend actual money to get in-game currency.
Yep.
Is that required?
Nope.
Absolutely not. Now, if they did put it in a setting where it was like, hey, it's absolutely required, you cannot hit level 5 until you buy this gear, and there's no way to get this gear unless you spend money, then obviously
that'd be different.
Exactly. That would be totally different because then we're not rating a $60 game.
Right.
We're rating that plus increase. But that's not how it is.
Right.
That's flat out not how it is. So that's how the rating should be. The rating should be for the $60 game on its own.
Yep.
If it has other stuff, you can throw your opinion in on it. But, God damn it, people.
And I guess I'll put it this way. Like, and this is going to sound weird because we're not game developers or whatever.
Of course not.
I'm proud of Ubisoft. Like, I am...
For this one?
For this. Like, I am proud of what they did with this game.
Yeah.
I think they put a lot of thought into it. I think they put a lot of time into it. And I think it's good for them and good for us. So I'm proud of this.
I think what's really cool, too, just, like, really quick, is, like, with AAA titles recently, like, I mean, Call of Duty's not out yet.
Right.
So, like, I don't want to get ahead of myself here. And I might literally... on that episode, I might literally smack myself in the face now for it.
Yep.
But, like, we're seeing, I think, AAA titles putting out better and better shit. And we're noticing that it's then competition between them now of, like, a perfect... Like, with World War II, they probably looked at Assassin's Creed months back and were like, fuck, this one's gonna be good.
Yeah.
Like, we can't sleep on this one.
See,
like, there's gotta be,
and
like,
then there's
shit.
things that, like, you know, I think about that, I'm like, okay, so why did Wolfenstein come out that day? The same day as Creed. Why is Dot Hack coming out the same day as Call of Duty?
Because I'm picking up Dot Hack.
Yeah, okay, you know what?
God damn it. I'll be there for that midnight. Oh, boy. I'm so excited for that. I'm so excited. I'm so amped.
No, that's why they did it. They wanted to ride off the midnight.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
exactly. Yes, they wanted to ride.
Yep.
See, because here's... We're ranting on an episode we should.
I know.
The thing is, just super quick, though. I'm totally okay with them coming out on that because here's the thing, it totally clouds it.
Yep.
But the only people that are buying the game anyway are die-hard, blood-invested Dot Hack fans.
Yep.
Which, I'll be honest, most die-hard, blood-ridden Dot Hack fans are not picking up Call of Duty. Some are.
Not.
Some are. I'm not trying to throw a bias. But most, let's be honest, if you're picking the die-hard RPG that is literally your childhood dream since forever, or first-person shooters based off World War II, you're probably going to pick War in the Ark. That's all I'm saying.
You know,
but we'll talk about both.
You know, I just thought of in my head though.
What?
That's really, really funny with the day that these 3 games came out.
What?
It's like Wolfenstein, Bethesda. They were just like, "Hey, we're gonna put this game out that day." Ubisoft's like, "Huh, we're gonna beat you." And Nintendo's like, "Huh, hold my beer."
Yeah.
It's like, fuck you.
You
think your competition?
You think you guys can put out a cool game? Bam.
It's like, hey, we're gonna put out an exclusive title and sell it twice as much.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. So on that note, guys, that pretty much covers Jeremy's review. Yeah, Jeremy's most review of that. So, Jeremy, should people be playing it?
Absolutely.
Okay. 9 out of 10.
Even if you hate Assassin's Creed, play it.
It is
not Assassin's Creed.
So
it's not.
It's Assassin's Creed,
rebooted.
It's a reboot Assassin's Creed.
Yes,
that's the best way we should be pushing it.
And real quick, even off that topic, Ubisoft came out and they said, we are soft rebooting it. They didn't soft reboot it. This was a hard reboot. This was everything that they took from the ground up. They just kept the name.
Okay. That's good. I was about to say, the thing is, too, because like I said, I've dabbled in the 2. I still have to 100% get through Mario, which is, Jesus Christ. But then after that, I'm looking at Creed. I mean, like I said, there's Dot Hack and a bunch of shit in between.
Yep.
But that's going to be the one that, like, takes some time for, sit down and fucking lock it down. But that's good, too, because honestly, back in the day, I loved Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
And then they burned me, just like Call of Duty burned me, where it's like, after a while, you keep putting out shit just to put it out, and it's like, I can't just keep playing it every year just because you're putting it out. Yep. You need to get me with a good game to get me back in. So I think this is the one. This is the one to get people back in. This is re-kicking up the franchise. Now they just need to not put out like shitty movies where they're trying to promote it, and then we'll be fine. So on that note, guys, that pretty much covers the review.
Yep.
Play the fucking game.
Yep.
Don't not play it. It's worth the $60.
Absolutely.
So yeah, guys, keep checking us out. If for some reason you haven't already, always hit the subscribe button right down there.
Yep.
Check out the channel. We're putting out a bunch of videos for this whole month and a little bit of next month.
Yep.
So because we're doing
this is the festival releases.
Yes.
2 games.
Yeah, and just last thing too, guys. If you had any of your own opinions, if you disagreed with what Jeremy over here was saying, want to spout some opinions on it, please throw it in the comments. We can always bring it up on our next podcast episode to let you know what you guys thought. If there's enough back and forth, we could even do a potential spoilery setup. Jeremy could get further in the game, talk about that. I might be into the game at that point.
I could spoil a whole bunch of stuff that I don't want to talk about.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, we could talk about a future thing.
If it's there or not.
Well, no. But I mean, like, of the game, the future protagonist or whatever.
Yeah.
We can actually bring that up. There's a lot. So anyway, guys, that covers that. Always keep in tune. Jeremy said there's gonna be a playlist for all these, right?
Yes.
Yes. There's gonna be a playlist of all these videos for the festival releases. Yes. So on that note, guys, good evening, good night, and as always, good luck.
Yep. See you guys.
Have a good one, guys.